I honestly, Rebecca, don't even want to like hit record on this conversation because I just want to like hang out with you. So
I
that's
know,
kind of what we're gonna
same.
do. We're just gonna hang out.
Great.
This first of all, hi. You're
Hi, hello.
tell our friends like who you are, even though you've been on before. But like, I have to be professional. So who are you? What do you do? Real quick.
Yes, we can do all the professional things. So, my name is Rebecca George. I wear a lot of hats, as I'm sure every mom on this show does. I'm an author, podcaster, a coach, a speaker, and just passionate about walking alongside women and having conversations that point us back to what does it look like to radiate the heart of Jesus and all that we do. That's what my podcast is all about. And just released my newest book. It's called You're Not Too Late, Trusting God's Timing in a Hurry Up World.
Which is so good. And I know that you have so many stories, as do most people have these stories of like, I just want to get to the next season. And we'll get to that, which obviously is like what we'll talk about today. But I want to know, what is something that you're like wanting God to hurry up with right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What am I wanting God to hurry up with right now? Um, it's funny because this is a podcast for moms. I'm not a mom yet.
Yeah.
And my husband and I have been married almost 6 years, which feels wild.
Yeah.
But we got married right before the pandemic. And if I'm honest, Jeanette, the first couple of years of our marriage were just hard. Like it was in the middle of the pandemic. We were in a tiny town. My husband was pastoring a church there, trying to navigate everything going on in the world. And so I think the both and answer to that question is like we're having so much fun that we didn't have in the beginning of our marriage because it was just a challenging climate and season. And there's that longing in my heart to become a mom. And there's that war there, right? Of like, this season of life is so fun. And I long to have kids. And so, yeah, for listeners who are maybe sitting in that right now, that's a tension, maybe more than I'm like telling God to hurry up about it. It's like a tension in my life,
I
you
love
know?
that. That's so good. I mean, it's like the cliche of like, oh, when the time is right. But it also is like, man,
Yeah.
I'm holding that tension for you because I can't wait for you guys to have babies.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't wait. It'll be so wonderful.
So wonderful. So that's good tension. What am I hurrying up for right now? I think I have a lot of like unanswered prayers right now. Like I just don't feel a lot of hope in some unanswered prayers. But I'm also like, I actually don't want him to hurry up in this season of life because this next season is launching kids and I actually don't want to.
Yeah.
I refuse.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we say often like, we're like, oh, I wish this would happen, but like, I'm not hurrying. I don't want to rush this season. Like we're really
No.
enjoying the season.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got a lot of that like hanging in the balance right now, which is really heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I said it on a recording yesterday. I don't know why we send kids away when they're the best, when they're the coolest. Like
I heard you say that and I thought that was profound. Yeah.
It's
that
awful.
feels true. Yeah.
Stand by, like we should send them to college at like 7, 8, 9, 10. When they're asking all the questions. Yeah. Not when they're cool and fun. They really are. They're the coolest. I really enjoy them. Which is why I'm like, you want to go how far away to college?
Yeah.
That sucks. So,
but you love to travel also, which is a whole new dynamic for your family.
Yes.
To travel and see your babies.
My children told me they didn't want me to come visit them at college. And
That's
cried.
very rude.
I like literally just burst into tears. And he was like, that's not what I meant. And I was like, why would you be so mean to me? So that's just living with me, like in a normal way, in a normal season of life. Oh gosh. Okay. So tell me, because you work 2 jobs, like literally.
Yeah. Literally.
Probably more than that. What does work-life balance look like for you?
Okay, can I give you the like raw answer?
Yeah.
I hate the word balance.
Please. I actually don't like I don't think that work-life balance is a great way to say that.
Yeah, I think that it sets us up for feeling like we're always failing if we're trying to find this like nebulous thing called balance, because I'm sure people relate to this listening. Not much about my life feels balanced. And it's like normal day in and day out. However, I think we can rightfully prioritize the different domains in our life. And it's not always going to feel balanced, right? Like some weeks like last week, we had a friend in town for my launch party. And so it was all about the book. It was all about having her in town and making the most of that time. I set aside work that I could have and maybe should have been doing last week to prioritize her. While she was here, her mom passed away. So there was like this extra grief component that we were navigating and walking with her through. And so what she needed from me trumped the work that I would have gotten done for that afternoon. And that was fine. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like we flex in and out of all of our responsibilities all day, day in and day out. I think I have felt the most, air quotes for friends who are just listening, balanced when I have given myself permission to be okay with like flexing in and out of parts of my life and realizing like my family's just getting more of me this week. Or, you know what? It's book launch week. My work trumps everything else this week, and that's okay. And my family supports me in that. And so I don't know. What's that like for you? I just feel like it's a permission slip kind of thing for me.
Yeah, it is a permission slip. I think too, for me, it definitely is like there's weeks where it's like, oof, I'm behind, or like I need to spend more time here, or I need to do this a little bit better. But there's also, I feel like every week is a reprioritization of my list. So it's like, last night was a great example. Titus had a lacrosse match. Well, that's the night we meet for the Thriving Village Alliance membership. And so I had to like message them kind of humbly and be like, this is the third week we've had to like shuffle stuff around. Like, hey guys, I'm so sorry. Spring is wild. Like, and I'm not the only one. I was like, can we please move to Wednesday? And then the week before was like, oh, my mother-in-law's taking me to see Mamma Mia. Like, I can't reschedule this week. So like, let's just skip.
Right. Yeah.
So there's this like little bit of like, ooh, I feel bad about this, but also like balance in it. Not balance in it. There's a give and take, a push and pull. And I think we have to be okay with that. There's times where my kids will see me working at night and they're fine with that. There's times where I'll stop working in the middle of the day and be like, I don't want to work anymore.
Yeah.
And as long as
you're
I'm
about
okay
to have your pool open till about November. So you need some of those afternoons. Yep.
Yeah. And if I have to work some Saturdays, I do. And so, but that's also very like a privileged mindset, like working for myself. As long as I make all my deadlines, I'm okay.
That's right. Yeah. 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 So I think, I mean, and that's a good example though, because your life, even as a creator, looks different than mine, looks different from our mom friend listening who has a totally different career. And so whatever that like grace that you're needing to give yourself looks like, me and Jeanette are here to give that to you today.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that you and I both said without saying it is like there's communication involved. So like if I had a boss, I would have to be like, hey, I have to leave at this time to go do this. I'll make it up here and here. And that's a very like I don't have that because I don't work a typical 9 to 5, but I do have to tell my family because of this, I do this. And same for you.
That's so good. I love that.